All right, good morning, Lakeview Intermediate. It's Wednesday morning, and we are just 3 school days away from coming back to in-person school. And so I want to remind you all, glad you're here this morning as we're on our Wednesday, our hump day, getting over the hump of the week and getting closer to that weekend. Let's talk about what's going to be happening Monday. Just in case you weren't here yesterday, I want to go through these reminders one more time for everybody to be sure you understand. In-person school starts next Monday morning, the 21st. And so make sure you're planning to come to school. And also, school doesn't start at 8:30 next week. School starts at 7:40. And really, we're going to head to classrooms at 7:30 in the morning. So our doors open at 7:10. So you can come in as early as 7:10. And then, but learning starts at 7:40. So we definitely want to go to bed a little earlier this weekend. That's going to be really early for all of us. The teachers and I, we've all had to adjust to that already. And it's tough coming in that early sometimes because it's still dark outside. But just want everybody to remember that we're in person and earlier on Monday morning. Good news is we have to go home from school earlier than we used to. Use the gym entrance if you're a car rider or a walker, and you use the bus entrance if you're a bus rider or you ride your bike. And those are the only 2 doors you go in. You do not come in the main entrance. We wear masks all the time unless we are eating in PE or at recess. Eating, PE, or at recess. And then when we are around others, which is going to be all day as students, I say wingspan. Ever heard the word wingspan? So wingspan is like when a bird flaps its wings as far out as it goes. All right, that's a wingspan. So if you're coming to sit with your class in the morning, you want to make sure that your wingspan, your fingertips, can't touch the shoulder of the person next to you. You don't need to actually do that. Don't stick your arm out and like touch the person, because we don't need to be touching each other, especially now with our precautions. But you can imagine if I'm sitting down, I know I can't touch the other end of my desk right now. Okay. And so I know that I'm a wingspan away from it. And that's going to be appropriate social distancing for school. Of course, we'll keep our masks on anyway, so that will help. And then make sure you're planning to bring a water bottle that can seal. You can tighten that lid because we don't want to get any water on our stuff or our computers. And make sure it has your name on it in case you leave it somewhere. We can get it back to you. All right. So now it is time for, and I got to get ready for it. Hang on. I know you think I forgot my glasses, but I did not. And I don't think anybody who's watching this broadcast is ready for this. I'm not even sure I'm ready for this. But Miss Conklin and Mrs. Mann yesterday were talking about, do we remember? Anybody remember out there? We were talking about a growth mindset, right? So even if I can't do something today, I am working toward being able to do something in the future. The power of yet. I can't do math like I want to yet. I can't read as well as I want to yet. I can't shoot basketball hoops that well yet. And so they're going to talk more about growth mindset. And so I think the best thing to give an example of a growth mindset, here it comes. All right. Because here's something that's tough and mean and resilient. A T-Rex, a dinosaur. Hang on. I got to get them on. There it is. There's a growth mindset. What is better than this for growth mindset? Anybody with me? All right. So it's time for Admit One with your counselors, Mrs. Mann and Mrs. Conklin.
Good morning, everyone.
Is that not the best question you've ever had?
The glasses are pretty cool today.
Okay, I'm going to get off screen so they stop paying attention to me, and they need to listen to you because this is going to be a great presentation on growth mindset. Here we go. Well, I'm still here.
There we go. Hey, kiddos. We've got another video clip for you today to watch. Turn your volume up because you are going to want to hear it today. We're going to talk a little bit about your brain because your brain is really important, especially when we talk about growth mindset. So we want you to know a little bit about your brain and how it works. So here's a little intro video about your brain. We can't hear it.
We beat up on them.
Hang on, I'm gonna start over. I gotta have my audio on, I think.
You know, say we have trouble understanding a subject in school or solving problems or learning a new brain. Say hi. So this is your brain. Say hi. Okay, it's a representation of your brain. Brains don't have hands. They have and other structures, which we'll get to. But I want to talk to you about your brain. You see, your brain is capable of incredible things. But I think a lot of times we can feel pretty down on our brains, on old Thinky Pinky here. We beat up on them, say bad things about our brain's abilities. You know, say we have trouble understanding a subject in school or solving problems or learning a new skill. It's easy to say, oh, I'm not smart. I'll always be this way. Hey, stop doing that. What we think of as intelligence, what we think of as smartness, is not fixed, is not stuck in one place, is not permanent. Your brain can improve. Your brain can grow. Come with me on a journey of discovery. Here we go. Into the brain. Excuse me, coming in hot. This is the thing called a neuron. Oh, hey, welcome to the inside of your brain. A neuron is a brain cell. There's over 100 billion of these things making up your brain. Put it this way, there are over 13 times more neurons in your skull than there are human beings on Earth. A lot of them. They're the cells that help you think. Mind you, a single neuron, and let's call her Nellie. Hi, Nellie the neuron. Nellie, on her own, can't do all the thinking your brain needs to even pick up a glass of water. Fortunately, she's got friends. There's Dendrite Dave, there's Alonzo the axon, there's Magna Myelin, and look, little Sally Synapse. So teensy tiny. Your brain behaves like a muscle. If you're serious about lifting weights, right, and you keep it up on a regular basis for a long period of time, weeks, months, years, you're going to develop muscles. But you don't grow muscles by doing nothing. It takes effort. It takes struggle, repeated failures, in fact. You mess up, and then you learn, and then eventually you manage to jump the log or whatever problem you're trying to solve. Wait, we've lost focus here. Back to neurons. When you struggle, your neurons are struggling too, and that's important because when neurons struggle, they lean on each other. They make connections. They start to form this densely connected network inside your brain, allowing little jolts of electricity to pass down them more and more efficiently. That's thinking faster. That's your brain getting smarter. That's your brain muscle getting swole, kid. So the next time you say to yourself, I can't do this, I'm just too dense, remember that brain density is your friend. In fact, the denser you are, the more connections between Nellie and her neuron pals that you've got inside your brain, the stronger and more powerful your thinking parts become. The more you work through your frustrations with the right learning strategies, the more your neurons get more used to working together, the closer you are to being that much smarter. Now get out there and do your best. Don't give up, grow those brains, and remember, you can learn anything.
Mrs. Conklin, what's wrong?
I'm just like, I'm not smart. I don't get it.
Well, you need to stop thinking that way. You can grow.
Okay, so let me think about this. So there are as many neurons in the brain as there are stars in the Milky Way. So about 100 billion of them. And whenever I struggle to learn and I make mistakes, then they make these pathways kind of like bridges and build new ones so that I can learn new material.
That's right. And you know what? Sometimes, well, not sometimes, you're going to always have to put forth effort. And sometimes you're going to struggle. And you're also probably going to have a lot of repeated failure. But remember, failure with a growth mindset is not a bad thing. It means you have the opportunity to challenge yourself and learn something new.
And that's when those pathways develop.
That's right.
And okay. And then I'm able to remember the information that I'm trying to understand in the first place.
Yes. And the more we do it over and over, the stronger those pathways get. That's why our teachers have you do multiple problems or the same concept over and over. So if you learned it yesterday, they may make you do it again today or next week because they want to build those pathways and make them stronger.
So then I have muscle memory in my brain.
That's right.
And my brain develops the ability to take in new information.
Right. But sometimes it's going to be difficult, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. So we really want struggles and we want to fail and we want it to be a little bit difficult so that we can build those bridges.
That's right.
Okay, I think I'm getting it now. So I want you guys to get out there and do your best.
And don't give up.
And grow those brains.
And remember, teachers and kids, you can learn something new every day. You can learn anything. And that is a growth mindset.
I love it.
And then I'm like this, right?
And those teeth.
I know. Look at those teeth. Oh, gosh. Well, thank you, ladies. This is a great episode of Admit One. We got to remember that, especially going into next week, coming back to school. And it's a great, great message to stay tough, persevere, and get those neurons connecting. I love the thought that the denser my brain, the better it is. I love that. Great way to flip it. So thank you for your great message today. Let's bring in Miss Tazi. And I'm going to see if I can. Yes, I want you all to stay in here for the corny joke of the day. Are we ready?
Ready.
The corny joke of the day might just be these glasses, and that's just it. Anyway, all right, here we go. Ladies, my question for you. How do monsters like their eggs?
How?
Terrified.
Oh, boy.
I could have said
That's a good
T-Rexes. How do T-Rexes like their eggs? But anyway, that's a good one. All right. Well, thank you, Mrs. Mann, Miss Conklin, and Miss Tazi. Let's get into our student creed and pledges.
Oh, that was funny.
I like that one.
Our Lakeview student creed. I am a Lakeview student. I am not perfect. I will strive for the Miller 5. I'm a buddy, not a bully. I take care of my school. I can do anything. I can overcome any obstacle. I try to be the best learner that I can be so that I can reach my goals. I encourage and inspire others.
Uh-oh. We lost Miss Tazi, so I'm going to pick it up. I encourage and inspire others to make good choices and reach their goals. I am a Lakeview student. All right. I assure you, Miss Tazi's fine. She's right next door in her office. I think she just lost internet for a second. Okay, here we go. And now time for our pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Oklahoma flag. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. At this time, we'll pause for a moment of silence to reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity. Your moment of silence begins now. Thank you. All right, I'm going to bring Miss Mann and Miss Conklin back in because they can help me launch the day. There they are. You all ready?
We're ready.
Okay, here we go. All together, Lakeview. We are
Lakeview.
We are not
Average.
We will strive.
For the Miller 5.
And whatever it takes, we will
Grow.
3, 2, 1.
Lift off.
All right. Have a great day, Lakeview. Go learn something new, amaze your teachers, and make it awesome. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 at Liftoff Live.